odd or even?
Odd.
It's odd. So your choice, you want to go first or second?
Second.
Second. Okay, you are up. Wait for me to tell you when to go. You have 2 minutes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I will hold my hand up. I'll stand back there. I'll hold my hand up when you have 5 seconds.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
In today's debate, we're debating the main topic of surveillance. Surveillance is bad for the people, as according to some people. But actually, surveillance is good in other extents, but not really. Surveillance should be decreased and put a stop to it because it violates our privacy, it violates our constitution, and it also leads to terrorism instead of solving for it. First of all, too much surveillance is violating our privacy. It's hurting our privacy and our rights, and it's just condemning the human race just because of surveillance. In a fight of security and privacy, security does not trump privacy. Privacy is much more important because what would it be meaning? What would the meaning of life be if we're all constantly being surveilled? We can't be who we are because we're constantly afraid that we're going to do something wrong and the government's going to come and get us. And so that's why the government should decrease surveillance for once and for all. It also violates our Fourth Amendment, which is the right to unbearable searches and rights, and seizures. And too much surveillance is just causing an unpredictable effect into our perspectives, and it's just violating the right that we have, because the government is using many devices such as drones with infrared lights and cameras to go through walls, and that's just violation of the Fourth Amendment, because we have the right to say no without warrants. And so that's why that's why surveillance should be decreased. In addition, it also leads to more terrorism. All the data collected does not disappear fast. And so the terrorists have the advantage of all that information collected. That's why surveillance is bad and should be stopped. Thank you.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
So there's 3 reasons why you should say that surveillance is good. What my opponent came up and said was that he wanted to decrease surveillance because it is bad, because it violates privacy, it violates the Constitution, and because it leads to terrorism. But I'm here to tell you that surveillance is good. Surveillance keeps people safe. The threat of the United States federal government needs to be able to surveil people in order to prevent another 9/11, in order to prevent another terrorist attack happening on U.S. ground. Because the prominence of terrorist attacks is becoming increasingly so in Western countries, surveillance is key to saving the people and protecting people. And he also talks about privacy, but the thing with privacy, you need to be safe in order to exercise your right to privacy. Because you have to value safety before you value privacy, because that impact is much more pressing. And then the second reason why you should support surveillance is that surveillance is good for the economy. So if you go on Facebook or Amazon or Walmart, they have what's called corporate surveillance. So what that does is it allows companies to kind of monitor and kind of make services easily accessible to you. So what they're saying is that because surveillance allows for corporate surveillance to benefit, it will lead to a better economy. So the reason why you should support surveillance is because surveillance keeps people safe, and it prevents terrorist attacks, and it's good for the economy.
Okay, you have a minute each to prepare your rebuttals. Okay. Sway, you have 1 minute for your rebuttal. Ready?
Yes.
Go ahead.
In a constant fight where my opponent came up and said that safety is much more important than privacy, and that is a wrong understatement. Life is meaningless without our privacy, and so why are we going to go on living like machines if we don't even have any privacy? Just because we're trying to protect the country, it shouldn't mean that we should violate our own rights and kill and destroy what makes us human. That would cause dehumanization. That's what my opponent is trying to do. She's trying to dehumanize us, the humans, and that's what separates us from all the other creatures of the world. In addition, my plan is to limit surveillance. It's not really to stop or put an end to it. It's just to decrease it to a certain extent where it's no longer harm. Going on to what my opponent has also said, it's that surveillance does not. Who cares about the economy where privacy is being much more harmed, and it does not prevent terrorist attacks. With a little fight, terrorists gain access to all surveillance, and how can terrorists surveilling terrorists solve for terrorism?
Thank you. Okay, you have 1 minute for your rebuttal. Go ahead.
So the reasons you should vote for affirmative right now for surveillance is because safety is more important than privacy.